The European Union has been brutally torn apart by members of the European Parliament (MEPs) in a new scathing report, as huge pressure builds on the bloc to restructure itself following Brexit and the coronavirus crisis. The study, commissioned by the European Parliament's Policy Department for Citizens' Rights and Constitutional Affairs at the request of the AFCO Committee, analyses a number of avenues for further political integration in the European Union following Brexit. This new report looks at several crises the EU has been faced with during the past decade and explains how these crises, focusing in particular on the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. The study also looks ahead at what can be discussed and solved at the Conference on the Future of Europe, which was due to take place in May 9 but has been postponed until September. But the report reveals several substantial and institutional weaknesses in the current EU governance system when looking at how the EU can advance in the aftermath of the current crises it is facing. It points to the fact that the decision-making process based on the intergovernmental agreement today dominates the governance of the EU, but that the European Council and Eurogroup struggle to decide in a timely, effective and democratic way. The report goes on to add in some areas such as health, the EU cannot act as it lacks the powers to enforce the rules common to the member states and does not have its own resources to support the programs, means it is forced to resort to the resources allocated by the remaining 27 EU member states. It says, the study takes off from an analysis of a plurality of old crises that the EU has weathered during the last decade, including the euro crisis, the migration crisis and the rule of law crisis, and examines also new crises faced by the EU, including the tense debate on enlargement and the new multi-annual financial framework.